Hey, Coach. Good to see you again, man. Beautiful day in Alabama today. Coach Nick Saban settling in. Coach, I know that playing golf after the floods yesterday is one thing, but the course, it's a tough course out there, and we've already sent Bubba out there. He's going to tear it up for you.
Yeah, well, they're all tough for me.
So do you play that much? You play golf all that much?
You know, I do when I get the opportunity. I just don't get many opportunities. I played we were in Florida over the weekend, so played a couple times down there, played a couple times in February. Not much during spring ball, though.
No, you don't get a whole lot of that. And, of course, the things that happen with the pandemic and this team that just won the national championship, I know all the national championships teams, they stand on their own. But the fact that they had to play this SEC schedule, go through this pandemic, are you still just – I know we moved on to the next team, but just for a minute, what these young men were able to accomplish in these conditions was really – it was one of a kind.
Yeah, it certainly was. And, you know, the first day we got shut down on March 13th a year ago, I told the players whatever team handles the disruptions of this season is going to be the ones that come out on top. And our guys really did a good job of that. They showed a lot of maturity, overcame a lot of adversity, never really affected by anything that they had to adapt to. Players missing, coaches missing, me missing, it didn't matter. And I think that speaks volumes for the leadership that we had and the maturity this team had.
Well, there wasn't any doubt when you went through the whole COVID protocol thing and you had to be taken away, then you come back, you had to go back again. I don't even know how to wrap my mind around what that must have been like.
Well, I think you had to have and we kind of adopted this saying, you know, so what's next?
That's it.
And you kind of, that's how you had to kind of proceed,
right.
Because every day it was something different. There were players missing at practice. There was a change in schedule. You couldn't start camp. You couldn't work with players in the summertime. You couldn't go face-to-face. So you always were just constantly adapting. And, you know, I told the players, you know, adapt or die. The dinosaurs couldn't adapt. They're not around anymore. So,
that's a great.
So that was
incredible. They bought in because I mean I know every team can say that their run to a championship is unique and they're right, but when this team says it, they really mean it. It really was unique.
And it was unique, and it was a special group. And you know, we've had a lot of good teams. We've had a lot of good players. The 2009 team that went undefeated was special. This team went undefeated and won a championship. They were special. There's been other special teams, but I think those two teams to me were really special.
Well, coaches change, players change. You guys are still in the mix every single year. And I know we talk about a process. Should we just keep saying that? Is that because a lot of things change every year because you have success. People want your coaches. Your players go to the NFL. They're going to be at that next level. You got to replace them, go out and find them. I mean, what is the secret?
Well, but there's a relative differential in how much change you have. And
right, okay.
At what positions.
Right.
You know, coordinators create a little more change than just assistant coaches. You know, new quarterback is a little bit different than having, you know, a new right guard. Mm-hmm. So all those things are challenges that are different, you know, with every team. And certainly we have our share of challenges with this team, but we also have a lot of good players. We've got a lot of good young players who lack experience that need to develop. So, but, I mean, I think that's what makes every season different. I think it's what makes every season a challenge.
You know, when you go to do something like golf today, it's a very frustrating game. And the reason why I've never started it is because I think by the time I was able to get good enough to enjoy it, I would be too old. So, I mean, you have to go out and play without getting to play much. Have you just established your version of it? Because I know everything you're going to take on, you want to go out there and do it well. But this is a very frustrating game.
Yeah, it is if you allow it to be.
Right.
You know, an old Scottish guy told me once, you Americans look at all these things like traps and hazards and, you know, bunkers as really bad things. You know, we look at them as opportunities to make a good shot.
Ooh.
All right, so I guess it's how you look at it. And I actually, because I end up in all those spots quite a bit, I try to keep that attitude.
Well, it was funny. When I was in Ireland, you know, I've seen those courses, and, you know, the roughs, it's like you would go hunting. Right. And I told the guy, I said, my goodness, y'all don't do anything with the rough. He says, you're not supposed to hit the ball there.
Yeah. That's right.
Coach, have a good round, man. I appreciate you taking time to be with us.
Appreciate y'all.
Man.
Thank you so much.
Coach Nick Saban.